before. It's been an interesting experience jumping into this during pandemic, and I'm glad that we're almost out of it. We'll see. All things are going well. I've been going to Banff for a long time. I first went in June 1999, and I realized that it was a well-kept Canadian secret. It was kind of like the Masons. Nobody was talking about it, and everyone was doing it there, and I realized that we needed to open it up a little bit, and I've spent all the subsequent 23 years and more trying to spread the gospel of Banff everywhere I go. It's a magical place for those that have been there, that if you haven't, go. You'll enjoy it. They've asked me for some anecdotal memories. One I recall, and this will date me just somewhere in those early years, but this was the BlackBerry era. And of course, there was not much reception in Banff for many years of any kind. And another friend or colleague and I went to the top suite, the really big one at the very top, and went through a roof portal to get to the ceiling, and we're like holding our BlackBerries up as high as we could, hoping to get a signal, but I think we were inviting a lightning strike, but it didn't work. But now, of course, it's fully connected, but it was just, I think, emblematic of the need to be far away, but also still be connected to your lifeline. It's a lot more fun now. This last year was the first year we were back after being down and remote for 2 or 3 years during pandemic. Jen and her team and Brunico, the parent company, have transformed the festival from the sleepy Canadian secret that it was to this global powerhouse, market, festival, seminar, schmooze fest, boondoggle. It's all those things, and that's what makes it special. And not only is it a home and a place for great deal making, it's a great place to get away. I have gone there many a winter to ski, not just to hang out in June, but it's leading the way. And in this explosive peak TV era that we're in, expanding the aperture of those voices and people that make TV and create TV and how it comes to us wherever we consume it is an exciting proposition as a seller. It's an exciting proposition as a consumer, and I think an exciting proposition for everyone that works in this media business. It's kind of the right time to be doing what we do. So this Banff is the place where we do it. So today we're lucky to be joined by Luke Azevedo from Calgary Economic Development and Tom Viinikka from the Edmonton Screen Industries office to kick off the panel. Before we hear from them, let's take a look at some of the recent TV and film magic that was shot in Alberta, and then we'll hand it off to those guys. Thank you.
But we're here, and we're privileged to be here to support Banff World Media Festival. We spend a lot of our time traveling the world to different festivals and events. And I got to say that although it's in our backyard and we're biased, this is one of the best events of its type in the world. So hopefully you can come and join us there. On March 19th, 2021, our provincial government determined it was in the province's best interest to remove the per project cap on our incentive, which made us almost immediately nationally and internationally competitive in this global marketplace. So we were able to attract projects like Prey, Under the Banner of Heaven, Ghostbusters, and now a small one that you may or may not have heard of called The Last of Us. So, which really challenged our province and brought to the forefront our ability to produce and to create projects at that size and scope. We also have a support mechanism in place in Alberta for our indie and local producers to ensure that they have the same capacity to get our stories out to the world as our foreign productions coming in. So thank you for being here. Thanks for joining us. We hope to see many of you in Banff this year and years to come. I'll turn it over to Tom.
In addition to to Luke's remarks, I'll also add my support to the Banff World Media Festival. We love that festival. There is something special that there. For those of you who have been, I'm sure that you would agree, it's a different experience. In addition also to the wonderful assets in Southern Alberta that Luke represents, and Northern Alberta, we have a number of different looks as well that we add to that portfolio, including but not limited to snow. There's lots of snow. We do up in Northern Alberta as well. With a wide variety. We've hosted The Last of Us all the way down to the smallest of independent productions. We love our independent producers and work very hard to support independent film. Right now we have an independent producer who is in now 800 theaters across North America. In a week and a half into their theatrical release, and I think they're at 1.5 million box office, which is not a huge number unless you take into account the cost of production, which was I think $15,000 Canadian, which is I don't know, what's that about, like $150 American. Anyways, another little note: it's very cheap to produce in Canada because of the currency exchange. You might need to check up. Exactly what that currency exchange is. Don't rely on my number there. But anyways, it's we're very proud of Skinamarink, which is the movie that's going around right now, and hope you get a chance to see that as well. But we love our province. We think we know we're a great place to film, and a beautiful place to film, and a great place to do business. And we encourage you to come and also to enjoy the Banff Festival as well. I will now pass it on to Nekesi, from the Hollywood Reporter, who is going to introduce our panel.
Thank you.